The music industry is cooked. Let's just be honest. I mean, the music industry is not anywhere where it used to be. It's just very distorted. It is just taken advantage of, and it's not even being a business anymore. It's just, hey, this is music. You stream it, and then you don't even have a regular like business formula. When we take it back to what music used to be, it's never been like this. And the fact that we're thinking, oh, let's get music streams. Music streams are not going to do anything for musicians or the record label overall. Back whenever we were having music drop, say in the 90s and the 80s, you release a lot of albums, all right? We wouldn't release albums, I guess, up until like the early 2000s. I mean, the late 2000s, 2010s, you didn't see much albums. It was much more digitalized. No one was going to buy, a full album. Even though iTunes still has that ability, it's still not the same though. People just kind of like stopped doing that. But overall, there was a business model with music in the beginning. Whenever people were releasing albums, artists would just be focusing on one song. Not just artists, the music label would be focusing on that one song from the album and then push it on the radio. For 3 months, 3 to 5 months, you would not stop hearing those songs on the radio from, those amount of months. Now take the time to think about how it is today. You still have that where people push the song on the radio, but what's there to go from after that? What's going to make someone go listen to that artist again? If they already have that music on the radio, why would they want to go listen to it on another place? You know what I mean? So it's going down to the business model point of, hey, back in the 90s, 80s, we release a song, play the song on the radio. Okay, you want to hear you want to hear the full song though from the artist, right? So what do? You go buy the album. You go buy the physical copy of the album back when the physical copies were very popular, and that encouraged more sales and the people to go listen to the music even more. Nowadays, you don't have that. You have an album drop, it's on all music streaming platforms. There's no like reward for someone to go and buy an album. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I already know this song. Why, if I want to support this artist, then I guess I could support them by buying the album. But other than that, there's no point. Unless there's something else that we can put on to music to make it more of a business again. And it's not going to happen unless it happens with us as a people, the individuals, the musicians, the record labels. It's the same thing that keeps getting recycled. Just the streams, pushing the playlists. It can work, but it's a lot more work, and it doesn't work as a business model for the outside world necessarily, because it's more of the work for the music label and the artist to be getting on this playlist, to be pushing them out. But instead, it's not as of a reward for the consumer where they can just be like, hey, this artist has more songs that I actually want to listen to, secretly. I actually can go listen to them this way instead of not having the ability to listen to them this way. So it has to have that kind of, oh, I can listen to this, but I want to be able to listen to more type of thing. So what are we going to do about that? We can't just go back to releasing physical copies. We can take advantage of that. I like physical copies. I think that's really important still. Even vinyl records. If artists are going to be using vinyl records and physical copies still into what they're doing, it's going to bring more business to them, and they'll see more of this music life come to fruition. But right now with musicians are barely making anything unless they have some type of business model set up, whether it's digital downloads, whether it's merch or anything else like that. So in my case, where it brings me to, hey, what are we going to do about this? Music NFTs are going to be the future. I'm saying this right now. Music NFTs are the future. People are already doing music NFTs, but this is what's going to bring the business back into the music. You can already start doing it with like what I'm doing with digital downloads. Make it a 4-pack of songs and then make it a mystery song for the consumer to be getting once they download it. Or you can make it a whole unreleased song that person's getting. So it's more of a way to make it feel like they actually want to get it because they're getting something more out of return than just going and downloading a song. Even though people do want to support like that, but you can incorporate things like discounts on your merch, discounts on your next release with the download packs like that. It's not as certified, but you can do it that way to bring it more of a business model and to bring in more revenue too for not just yourself, but also your fan base. You can do things, digital downloads like me too, like I was saying, and people can get a commission for that. If you want to do commission, I do 25% commission on my items and I raise it to 50% commission after my 500 sales. So that's how a business model can work for musicians to just get people to be, all right, there's something more to it than just getting the one song. Or what I really am bringing this point to, how are you going to really make this verified? Like let's say platforms like Spotify, Apple Music. This is where the big kicker is going to come into play. You can't just download a digital copy and show that, hey, I have this digital copy. Let me in, let me in, let me in. You got to make it more exclusive and actually show verification. And this is going to be through music NFTs. With the blockchain technology, there's verification, it's certified, it's on the block. So you actually shows that it's certified. Just like an encrypted credit card shows that you own the credit card, just like the music NFTs can show that you own it. So what is going to happen? Just like Sony created their token Sonium, Sonium is going to distribute their token to their artists. This is where my picture is. They're going to distribute the tokens to the artists, and then from there, they're going to be able to airdrop the tokens to the fan base. Depending on what fans have that cryptocurrency, they'll be able to do some things. So think of it this way too. Unless it's not just a cryptocurrency that person's getting, if the person just ends up getting a music NFT, that music NFT is going to grant access to someone's Spotify where they have private songs, where they have private merch. So having that music NFT is going to be able to unlock that by connecting it through the Spotify or even Apple Music. You can go on with this stuff, but it's not just going to be for the song. You can put like the half of the song on the profile and then be able to unlock it by having the music NFT. So people have that encouragement to be like, I actually want to feel this whole song and I don't want to just like not be able to hear it. So I'm going to buy it. It's giving people a reason to buy it rather than, oh, I want to support this musician, even though it should be like that. People should want to support musicians because they want to support musicians in the best way possible, because music labels are not cutting it and neither are streaming platforms. But I get it. The average person does not want to do that, but finding those individuals who want to support you like that is good. But overall, that's why we gotta trick the psychology of people who are just looking to not get music, not support musicians by wanting to pay for anything. Getting them to buy something that they have to buy in order to hear more or get more is going to be the bee's knees, and that's what's going to be working, because there's no business model now. I've been doing this since 2021. I'm just speaking into existence right now. It's going to be happening even more here soon, but I'm looking forward to it. If you have any suggestions of what you think the music industry is going to be like, or where you think it's going to be headed, or what you suggest should happen, leave it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And if this is the first time you're watching me, my name is Arai. I'm an independent musician. I graduated college in 2017, moved back with my family, signed my first song to Sony Records in 2019. Now we're working towards doing music full-time in my own house. I said graduate college in 2017. I think I did. But either way, thank you for watching. Much love. A-Rap Pack.